Boys.
I did not want to spoil this, but Suck Kuno is getting buffed. Hashtag meta chaser.
No shot. I played BDO for 6.5 years. Kuno doesn't get buffed a single time. I say, we're going to play Kuno. We look at the global labs, and now I look like a fruitcake. Boys, we're going to do the global lab patch note rundown now. Let's take a look at this. Apparently, there's some pretty big changes here. So the Guild League improvements. Let's take a look at this. Again, this is the GVG system that just came out. Really positive feedback on this so far. It's been an amazing system. People have really enjoyed it. As the Guild League was updated in the global region on February 7th, adventurers in many regions are enjoying the Guild League content. We plan to further refine our matching system through data collected during the trial period. The direction of this goal is to allow more skilled top guilds to rise to higher scores more quickly and to enable more intense matches between the top guilds. Our intention is to provide guilds with that want to work together with guilds of similar skill level and provide them with the opportunity to continue to have fun and play in battle. Okay? Please note that these rankings will be reset during weekly maintenance during the trial period in order to refine the matchmaking system so that you can enjoy the Guild League content for a longer and more enjoyable time. However, since the matching between upper and lower guilds occurs frequently when reset, today's update first changes the increase and decrease score per game, and temporarily allows matching between similar guilds between upper and lower guilds as the number of matches accumulates. Your participation will help us refine the system and provide more interesting content. We will do our best to provide adventurers with fun. Oh, this is an amazing... This system is super good. I'm glad that they're already changing it. So it looks like now you're going to get 30 points per win, and you're going to lose 10 points per loss. This is an adjustment of about 5 to 10 points across the board. That'll help people kind of adjust more quickly. Guilds kind of get to where they're supposed to be. War of the Roses improvements. The following changes have been made to War of the Roses content. The Third Legion. The conditions for applying for War of the Roses content in the Third Legion has changed as follows. Okay, so now you have to be 700 gear score instead of 680. I think this is a good change. You must be 700 plus to apply for War of the Roses. So W change. Boys, start grinding. This content is amazing. Okay. The buff effect obtained when occupying each sanctum in the War of the Roses has been adjusted. Okay, so again, we said that, hey, you should tone down like the scaling of the buff effects for the sanctums, and they did it. Now you're only getting 40 extra AP. You're only getting 40 more DR instead of 50. You're getting 40 more accuracy instead of 48. I still think this is too much. 40 evasion instead of 48. Yeah, I still think that this is too many stats. Snowballing too quickly, but we'll see. But this is good. They're taking their first steps here. Black Spirit Rage recovery went from 3 to 2%. Yeah, it's better than nothing. Yeah, it shows that they're actually listening to the feedback. This is really good. Neutral Sanctums. Neutral Sanctum Faded Relics have been changed as follows so that they all have the same durability regardless of location. A Neutral Sanctum refers to the sanctum that does not belong to any faction. So they've increased the durability of the sanctums. I guess to make it harder to backdoor, it looks like. The HP of the Guardians protecting the shrines of Commissili and Odalita camps has been changed as follow. Okay, so yeah, they've super buffed the mobs protecting each sanctum as well, especially the first sanctum. The first sanctum is like 200% more tanky than it was before. That will prevent a backdoor from happening all the time. So, like, I still think that they should just remove the backdoorable effect on Sanctum 1, but, like, this is their first step to doing that. They realize that it is a problem, and they are moving to fix it. This is really good, guys. This is a W. This means that they're actually listening to our feedback. These are all the things that I and we as a community said needed to happen. And boom, they're on the global labs literally the next week. Siege weapon and mounts. They're much tankier now, it looks like. Yeah, so all the elephants, the ancient trolls, the ballista, the cannons, the ancient chariots, they're all way more tankier than they were before. The elephant's 400% tankier. That's good, because the elephant felt useless. Commander NPC. The health and attack power of the Narchilian and Sephir commanders in the Commissili and Odalita camps have been changed as follows. Max HP plus 100%, max AP plus 20% across the board. Okay, that's a W. That means that your queen is now has more of a step on me vibe. when she is literally shitting on people and you're about to lose. Mount changes. A guidance message has been added when a ship's sails are spread out while under the influence of sea breeze. Okay. All right. The issue with automatic movement was not possible due to the reef. Okay, yeah, so they're just fixing some stuff with sailing. The ability to sort horses by gender, tier, number of breedings, and level have been added to the stable UI. Okay, so now you can just sort all your horses out. This is great. I like this. You should be able to sort them by what stable they're in too. Now, because I think they added that in a recent patch too. So it's a big thing for people like me that have hundreds of horses between all our stables. UI improvement. The worker continuous view function has been improved to maintain the grade of the last selected worker. The portrait border has been added according to the worker grade in the worker window where the workers can be hired. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a little yellow border around them. All right, sure. Okay, the rest of these are just UI changes, nothing crazy. Bug fixes. Here we go. All right. Big class balance changes, boys. Absolutely massive. They lost the last match as Cho destroyed you hard. Hey, they still haven't fixed the spawn immunity. So like I maybe they're working on that, but like the spawn immunity was kind of a big problem when they were pushing into our castle. So hopefully they know about that and they're trying to fix it, because it made it basically impossible to hold the castle there. All right, class changes. Warrior. Warrior's been improved to increase. Please don't buff Warrior, dude. Please don't buff Warrior, man. Please just nerf it. Like we don't want any Warrior buffs. Warrior has been improved to increase the character's sustainability to survive through continued fighting in a combat situation, and to be able to continue linking skills while fighting multiple enemies. Okay, that's fine. Sure. If you want to buff Warrior in large scale, that's fine, but you need to nerf it in small scale. It's already one of the best classes in the game in 1v1 and 3v3. You can't also make it the best class in the game in large scale PvP. Like, part of the trade-off of playing Warrior, in my opinion, was the fact that, yeah, you're going to kind of suck at large scale. Yeah, we'll see what these changes actually are, though, as we read further here. In the case of Succession Guard, we've improved the ability to move left and right during the defensive stance, reducing cases where prime evasion skills is attempted to be used, but the key input is delayed, and the skill is activated and the defense stance is released. In addition, after landing a launch attack in prime counter, you can approach the opponent and continue to combo. In the case of Awakening, the Burning Moxie skill has been changed so that more enemies around you, the more intense the attack becomes. Oh, so if there's more enemies around you, the harder the skill hits. Okay, so you can see some of the changes here. Succession Meditation. Meditation has been deleted. Not sure what that was. Succession Guard. Now you can move left and right in your guard stance without actually coming out of block, which you had to do before. That's good. Here's the prime counter. When pressing the F key, the upward slash counterattack prime counter skill and the prime earth tremor skill has been added to leap forward to activate the attack. That's pretty significantly better for large scale and small scale and 1v1s. That is crazy, bro. That skill is nuts. Look, it's a frontal guard at the start of the skill, and it's a CC. Look at that, guys. So Warrior now, like the range CC on this, and he teleports to you because Warrior needed more movement. That's crazy. That's insane. They need to nerf this class into the ground. Like, the 1v1s just need to be nerfed. The effect of increasing all hit rates by 15% for 3 seconds through prime counter has been changed to increase all hits rate by 9%. Okay, so it does a little less damage. Additionally, it has been changed so that it does not overlap with the hit rate effects of prime enhanced spirit skill. So the black spirit skill, okay? All right. Like, again, I don't know about this, man. Like, I don't know about buffing Warrior like this, because it just makes his 1v1 and his 3v3 even stronger. He's, like, clearly the best class in the game at this, probably. Like, one of the top 3 best classes in 1v1 and 3v3. And now we're trying to buff it for large scale too. I mean, it's going to be the best class in the game soon. It's like one buff away from just literally being the best class in the game. Awakening Flow, Reckless Blow. The attack speed increase effect upon completion of collection has been removed. The effect has been moved to Burning Moxie. Okay. The Burning Moxie skill has been changed as follows. Change the passive skill. When using the Awakening skill, the effect has been changed to increase the attack move speed of all defenses, depending on the number of enemies around the character. Okay? So they want you to be able to dive in more effectively. When 1, 3, 6 enemies nearby, the attack and move speed increases by 10, 10, 15%, 5, 10, 10 seconds. And all defenses are increased by 20, 30, 40. So yeah, you get tankier if there's more people around you. You're still dead. But yeah, no, I don't know if I agree with Buff and Warrior. Grave Digging. The skills pulverized. Okay, so now things link with Grave Digger better. Ankle Break. The bound effect of Ankle Break skill has been changed to apply to monsters, and a forward guard has been added during the skill. Okay, so Ankle Break now has a forward guard on it because the class wasn't protected enough. Great Sword Defense. The skill description of the Great Sword Defense has been corrected. All right. Yeah, guys, I don't really think that Warrior really needed this. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't think that Warrior needs to be the best class in the game at literally everything in the game. And I think this is a step in the wrong direction, but we'll see how this goes. They shouldn't be game-breaking buffs, at least. Kuno Succession. Oh, God, am I a Flavor of the Month enjoyer? Kuno Succession allows you to inflict powerful damage with ninjutsu, ghost, soul, and spirit effects and use Prime Wheel of Wrath. In PvP and PvE situations, you can acquire the ninjutsu, ghost, soul, and spirit buffs more quickly, allowing you to inflict more damage with Prime Wheel of Wrath skills. I'm a meta chaser. Ban me. Oh my god. Ain't no way. 6 years. 6 years they don't look at Kuno one time. I decide to go play Kunoichi. Bam! With buffs on the global levs. And they did this before they even knew I was going to play Kuno, man. It's just RNG. I'm a meta chasing bitch. Prime Ankle Cutter. Fighting Spirit consumption of 20 has been added to Prime Ankle Cutter. Prime Ankle Cutter has been changed to no longer consume stamina when used during the cooldown. Ninjutsu Spirit buff effect has been added when using Prime Ankle Cutter. Okay, Prime Flash Slash. Changed that the movement attacks are not activated when pressing Shift or F during the skill. Okay, Prime Wheel of Wrath. The operation speed of Prime Wheel of Wrath has been changed. The issue where the first hit of the skill did not hit when using another skill and linking it with Prime Wheel of Wrath by rotating the screen has been fixed. The attack range of the Prime Wheel of Wrath skill has been unified to match the effect. The attack range of the second hit of Wheel of Wrath has been unified to a wide range. Okay, so just a little bit more AoE on the skill.
Just resubscribed for 3 months, subbing for Hot Metal Action.
Welcome back for 3 months, man. I am not a meta chaser. I have literally been playing Awakening Witch. It's terrible. Oh god, dude. What? Dance Macabre. The following skills have been improved to link more smoothly with Dance Macabre. Okay, right on. Prime Shadow Clone. Prime Shadow Clone cooldown change from 10 to 8 seconds. These Kuno, this is like a small buff to Kuno. I don't actually think that this helps Kuno a crazy amount. It is a good quality of life buff. It looks like you're getting slightly more AoE. Things are going to combo a little bit better. You're going to have a little less stamina issues. That's great. But I still don't feel like the class is necessarily going to be considered a strong class. So we'll see, though. Which, now for the important classes, guys. Let's get into the important stuff. Positional awareness has been improved to strengthen the defensive aspect. The what? We have made it possible to withstand more damage when using Magic Shield. That skill sucks. It literally drains you of all of your mana instantly, and then you can't do anything. So unless they plan on fixing that problem, it's still staying locked. And we have increased the duration of the resistance increase effect for... Wow, they're doubling down on resistances. Frosty is pissed. For Black Spirit Detonative Flow skill to increase the benefit that can be taken when using the Black Spirit skill. Additionally, the cooldown time of Flow Magical Evasion has been adjusted so that you can avoid your opponent's attacks more often in combat situations. Magical Shield is garbage. You literally run out of mana immediately and then you can't cast anything. It's a terrible skill unless they like make it so that you can't run below like 15% mana. If they don't allow you to drop below 15% mana and it just auto stops there, it would be okay. But because it drains your mana all the way to nothing and then you just stand there like a helpless like magic carp, it's useless. Are we up big? I don't know yet. Fisher Wave. This is Awakening. The effect of reducing the attack cast speed when hitting successful on Fisher Wave has been removed. This effect has been transferred to the Thunderstorm skill. Ooh. That's a nerf. That's a pretty big nerf. Thunderstorm cooldown chime changed from 13, 12, 11 seconds to 10, 9, 8. All right, that's all right. Sure. So from 11 to 8 seconds upon successfully hitting a 25% attack. Never mind. The fucking what? Upon hitting a 25% attack cast speed reduction effect has been added for 5 seconds. All right, well that it already slowed people. It just made it more slowed. The movement speed reduction effect of the skill has also been changed from 20% reduction to 10 seconds to 25% reduction for 5 seconds. That's worse. I don't know. The 10 seconds debilitating slow was part of the best reason to play Witch. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Thunderstorm. Gore and Tet is summoned, and the Tet effect of the Thunderstorm skill is activated. Tet will now attack according to the location's attack. Oh, good. So my pet is actually hitting the thing that I'm hitting. What a W. Only took 7 years. Detonative Flow. Black Spirit Detonative Flow. This is the 10% for Witch. The duration of all resistances increasing effects for the Black Spirit Detonative Flow has been changed from 10 seconds to 20 seconds. No one uses that? Okay. Sounds good. Like, the resistances are a crutch anyway, man. This is just useless. Yoke of Ordeal. The increase of critical hit chance when using the skill Yoke of Ordeal has been removed. Ooh, nerf. This effect has been transferred to the Lightning Blast skill. Oof. Okay, well, Lightning Blast is used a little bit more practically, so I guess that's okay. Lightning Blast. The 10% critical hit chance increase effect has been added to Lightning Blast for 10 seconds when using the skill. That's okay, I guess. Sure, that's fine. Interesting. Protection of Crevice. The duration of all defense increasing effects from Protection of Crevice skill has been changed from 5 to 10 seconds. Slight buff. Okay. Equilibrium Break. When using the Equilibrium Break skill, it has been improved so that it can be linked with Flow, Magical Evasion, and Elementalization skills when before the hit is applied. So you can literally use Magical Evasion to cancel the skill now. Okay. And Elementalization as well. Elementalization and Teleport. The Elementalization skill has been improved to smoothly link to the Teleport skill after using it. Okay, we need Split Teleport or the class is useless. There's too much movement in the game now. The class is too immobile. It's completely useless. The cooldown of Magical Evasion has been changed from 4 to 3 seconds. No one cares. You're already dead. Summon Keeper Tet. Summon Keeper Gore. Among the effects of Gore's Blessing and Tet's Ascent, which are obtained when Tet and Gore are summoned, the following effects have been changed. Recovers 250, this is mana, every 10 seconds. Magical mental power increases by 700. So your total mana increases now instead of your mana regen. Yeah, so your total mana, this is a way better, yeah, that is way better, sure. You have 700 more total mana. The skills Summon, Keeper Gore, and Tet are summoned when pressing the F key. They're summoned to the character stops. They're summoned after the character stops or after Flow Magical Evasion. Okay. Accordingly, it has been improved so that Gore and Tet will not be summoned even if you press the F key while using the skill. Okay. The description of the text for Gore effects, the issue where the earthquake damage, the Black Spirit Fisher Wave was applied at level Black Spirit Fisher Wave has been fixed. Okay. These are garbage buffs, guys. This is not going to do anything. Awakening Witch is still terrible. Like this is like whatever. Like I'm not even really sure. They're like doubling down on giving her more resistances. Yeah, they said that they were going to change Mana Shield, but they really didn't change Mana Shield. They just gave us 700 more mana when our pet is out, which I guess is technically a buff to Mana Shield, but no, it's not. because Mana Shield's issue is that you run out of mana when you use the skill, so everyone has it locked in large scale PvP because it gets you killed more often than it actually helps you. So like, yeah, that's still garbage. They've moved a couple of the buffs around, but haven't really buffed her in any way. They're taking some of the power off of Fisher Wave. Yeah, the rest of this is like the magical evasion going from 4 to 3 seconds. Nobody cares. You're already dead. Like this is just whatever, dude. Like we need split teleport or something. Like I was told that these were big witch buffs. That's nothing. Literally nothing. Wizard elementalization skill.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Okay, I'm turning off redeem so that I can get through this, but yeah, you're right. Wizard's elementalization teleport skill has been improved to smoothly link after teleports. Flow magical evasion has been increased from 4 seconds to 3 seconds because, again, Awakening Witch can't get anything without Awakening Wizard getting it too, because the male counterpart of the class always must be stronger than the female counterpart. I reference Musa and Meiwa. I reference Ninja and Kuno. I reference Mystic and Striker. I reference Wizard and Witch. Please name me a single class that like has like an actual female component to it that has the female class weaker than the male class. Even Ranger and Archer. Archer is still stronger. Like I don't understand why this is. Like Awakening Wizard is already fine. Valkyrie and Knight. There is no Knight. Valk to Warrior? I'm so sorry. Were you not here for the first half of the changes? You weren't here for that? Let me explain it to you. Warrior's getting a buff. Like a super buff. Big buffs. Valkyrie is getting nothing. Okay, you lose. Okay, which means in 1v1, 3v3, small scale, you're still losing. Okay, still losing. Nada. Nothing. Zip. Zilch. I will say that Valkyrie, for what it's worth, is considered the more useful class in large-scale PvP. But they're buffing Warrior because, like, hey, it's not good enough, right? It's not better than Valkyrie and everything, guys. 1v1, Valkyrie loses 10 out of 10 times to Warrior. In a 3v3, Valkyrie is more useful than Warrior. However, Warrior is still crazy, crazy good. So, like, I don't know. That is a good example, though, for, like, parts of the game. It's the only example where, like, the male class doesn't dominate the female counterpart in every single aspect of the game. Right? For Warrior and Valkyrie, you can absolutely say, okay, yeah, Valkyrie's better at certain aspects and Warrior is better at other aspects. Suck Warrior is still better at PvE than both specs of Valkyrie. But, like, you know, Valkyrie does take some wins in there. Witch is objectively worse than Wizard in every single conceivable way. PvE, 1v1, small scale, large scale, every single way. In both specs. In both specs. Kuno is exactly the same when you compare it to Ninja. Musa is exactly the same when you compare it to Meiwa. What else is there? Archer and Ranger. Archer's better than Ranger in every single aspect of the game. Right? Except for Awakening Ranger technically beats Archer in 1v1s, but, like, let's be honest, the Archer just keeps kiting and then the Ranger can't catch him. So, like, Sage and Scholar, that's not a male and female counterpart class, guys. But, like, do you see what I'm saying, though? Isn't that weird? Striker Mystic? Isn't Striker just way better at basically everything? Like, Awakening Mystic got a lot better in PvE. I still think Awakening Striker might just be better, bro. It's kind of sexist. It does kind of look sexist when you lay it out like that. Like, I'm not saying it was necessarily intentional, but, like, it is getting kind of old that, like, the male class always has to dominate the female counterpart in every aspect of the game without any exceptions for the most part. Like, with minimal exceptions. It's getting a little ridiculous. Sage doesn't have a female counterpart. Why do you have to lie? What am I lying about? Guys, we found the Striker, me. Where's the male shy? I don't know. I don't know. I'm waiting for Sirius to actually do it. Suck which is best in PvE? What do you mean? Every aspect of the game. Awakening Wizard is literally just behind Succession Witch in PvE. It's right there. Witch is working insanely harder. Insanely harder. And they're pulling very close to the exact same trash numbers. Is Succession Witch marginally better at that one small aspect of the game? Kind of, but you have to work 8 times harder than the wizard who's just like, I'm the whole shift. Like, give me a break, bro. And then I love it. I'm lying. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. Succession Witch is better in large scale. Wait, that's right. It's not. Succession Witch is better at 1v1. Oh, you're right. That's not again. What about small scale? Oh, nope. Not better at that either. What about Awakening? What about Awakening Witch? Is Awakening Witch better in PvE? Oh, wait. Nope. Nope. Awakening Witch loses in PvE. What about large scale? Oh, no. War Awakening Wizard's still better there. What about 3v3s though? In 3v3s, Awakening Wizard is still better, dipshit. Oh my god. What about 1v1s? Has a grab. Idiot. Open your mouth again. Holy shit. All right. Wizard changes. Elementalization skills. Yeah, it's getting the same changes that Witch is getting. Striker. Striker succession has been improved to add skills that can be used against multiple enemies. Oh, look, guys. Striker buffs. That's crazy. Another male class getting buffed again. Is Mystic getting buffed? Huh. Of course it's not getting buffed. Are you kidding me right now? Buff the men. In addition to what's on the linkage. Okay, all right. Prime Roaring Tiger. Frontal Guard effect has been added to the Roaring Tiger skill in Succession Striker. Silent Step. After the Silent Step skill, it has been improved to smoothly link with the other skills. Okay. The Defense Judgment skill, Silent Step, has been changed for invincibility effect while using the skill to invincibility, while using the skill over super armor. Okay. Oh, it's been changed to super armor. Fist of Fury added an 8-second cooldown. As a result, the skills cannot be used while on cooldown. Change the float to be successful upon 3 hits and the knockback upon 1 hit. What is their goal here? What are they trying to do? Successor Striker eventually. The Explosive Jolt skill has been adopted to prevent ailments through the linkage. An option has been added to enable combos while maintaining defense against the target. In addition to skill Fist Fury, which has not been used until now, was changed so that the skill can be quickly... So that the skill allows you to quickly obtain pieces of Fighting Spirit. Those are your Martial Spirit Shards. So that it can be used when you need to quickly receive Martial Spirit Shards. Okay, so yeah, it is PvE buffs for Striker. You're getting Frontal Guard on Roaring Tiger. You're also going to get your Martial Shards back a lot faster now as well. Okay, sure. W. Nova. Succession Nova has been improved so that it can actually be used at any aspect of the game. By casting the Q Protection, you summon the Thornwood Guards and immediately summon Axion with the Prime Icy Prison skill without having the additional skills again, shortening the time required to prepare for battle. In addition, the Punishing Trap skill has been adjusted so that, like other characters' grabs, a defense check is applied when the grab is successful, and no defense check is applied if the grab fails. Accordingly, if you succeed in grabbing, even in multiple battles, you can use the grab until the end. Oh, good. Succession Nova buffs. Let's be honest. It's garbage. It needs to be completely reworked. This is some band-aid fix bullshit. It needs huge PvE buffs, and it needs to be completely reworked as a class. Is Suck Nova good now? I X'd it out. Kutorum's opening skill has been changed to be able to be used during cooldown. Accordingly, the cooldown of Kutorum's opening skill has been changed from 5 to 7 seconds. However, the cooldown of Succession is the same as before. Okay, guys, I'm not entirely certain what they're going for here. The punishing trap has been changed as follows. Changed so that it does not rush when the grab fails. Accordingly, the skill has been changed to consume divine power rather than stamina when activating the skill. As the charge has been deleted, the defense judgment will not be applied if the grab fails. Changed so that it cannot be used during cooldown. The cooldown has been changed from 25 to 20 seconds, depending on the skill level, to 17 seconds at all levels. Super armor has been changed to be applied upon a successful grab. Should have been like that from the beginning. That's the truth. I mean, these are W changes for Suck Novas. But the biggest problem with Suck Nova is that it's the worst class in the game for PvE, and it's not even remotely close. None of these help with that. Icy Prison skill has been changed. This just makes Nova even better at the 1v1 bullshit that none of us want to play against Succession Nova as. Right? Like, this is like, when you're 1v1ing a Suck Nova, it's just going to make it that much harder to do anything against the Suck Nova. It doesn't feel interactive. It doesn't feel fun for either party. It's just shitty. So, like, it makes it even better at the thing that it was already good at, but, like, doesn't help her in the areas that I feel like she needs to be helped dramatically. The effect of the Vigor skill has been changed from plus 45 health to plus 300 health. Okay, that's a little bit better. Icy Prison. Okay, just fixing bugs, it looks like. Normal Strike has been removed. Accordingly, the skill has been changed to one in which Axiom always appears and attacks regardless of presence or absence of the Thornwood Guard. Okay. C, female class buff. Yeah, there's no male counterpart, so they can buff it freely. It's fine. If there was a male counterpart, they'd have to buff that first, or give it an equal buff, so that the male constantly stayed on top of the female in every single case. Prime Star's Call changed so that the collision does not apply even when charging forward when the Prime Star's Call skill. Okay. Accordingly, the skill's damage has been changed to be applied while charging. It has been changed so that even if you hit an enemy while charging, you will not stop and continue charging until the end. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, like, guys, obviously I'm joking. Like, obviously female classes can be better than male classes. It is frustrating sometimes that, like, I look at Wizard and Witch a lot. Like, the Wizard has always been dominant over Witch, basically the entire career of which I've played the game. Wizard has basically always dominated the Witch counterpart in primarily PvP. And now in PvE, Awakening Witch doesn't even have that anymore. And then, like, Succession barely beats Awakening, and you have to work way harder for it. So obviously I'm a little biased on it, but, like, yeah, no, there's no actual sexism going on. I just want to clear that up for the idiots. The damage of the effects of the skills have been changed as follows. Prime bit, although I do make some solid points, though. I do make some solid points. I didn't realize how solid a point I was going to make until I started laying it out. And I was like, wow, all the male classes are, in fact, better than the female class. For now. Okay, so you're getting big PvE buffs. Yeah, massive PvE buffs, boys. To Icy Thorns, Bitter Rain, Frozen Earth, Stamma's Mate, Entangling Icy Thorns, and Swooping Ring. All Succession Nova buffs. Big PvE buffs. So this is good. This is good. I don't know, like, this stuff is like whatever. Honestly, the most significant change, in my opinion, is this Vigor. You get 3,000 or 300 maximum health for just using this skill. This is much better. This is what Nova needs to try to stay alive. She needs survivability, man. This is what is holding her back in lower scale. She can't do anything. She just dies. She can't literally do anything. So, like, they're helping fix her the way her pets interact. That's a W. It's gonna make her really annoying in 1v1, so I recommend just swapping servers, guys. It's not even worth trying. PvE, these are some pretty massive PvE changes. Some 70% increase on some of the damage on these skills. Big damage buffs. Other class bug fixes. Sorceress, fix the issue where people were playing the class. Okay. Ranger, fix the issue where the penetrating wind skill was activated when combining the shift plus right click after the last click of prime razor wind skill has been fixed. Okay. Musa, when combining, okay, what Musa, Archer, Nova, Sage, Corsair, Draconia, Megu. Yeah, so fixing some bugs with those classes. Okay, so yeah, that's the Global Lab patch there, guys. Some big balance changes. Overall, I do feel that, like, Awakening Witch, people told me that the Awakening Witch buffs were huge. I do not feel that these are really all that impactful. They're okay. They certainly do not bring Awakening Witch even remotely close to the Awakening Wizard counterpart. I think that she is still good in PvE, but she was good in PvE before. I think in PvP, which is kind of what these changes were kind of geared at, you're really not going to see any change in the performance of an Awakening Witch. There's just not enough mobility on the class. They refuse to give it split teleport, so the class is still basically sitting in the dumpster, sadly. Kuno, I do feel that these are some reasonable quality of life changes. Does it move her up a little bit? Absolutely, but I do not feel that Kuno still like moves into some crazy like broken state because of these changes here. Warrior, I do feel, is on the danger of being one of the best classes in the entire game at every aspect of the game, if they are not careful with this. Succession Warrior got some big buffs here. Awakening Warrior got some reasonable buffs, and they're making it much better at large scale PvP. Just overall, they're trying to buff it for large scale PvP. It's already one of the best. It's probably the top 3 best class in 1v1. In 3v3, it's definitely a top tier class. In large scale PvP, it just moved up the tier list about 5 or 6 slots. We will see though, particularly Succession Warrior actually just moved up the tier list a reasonable bit as well. I'm not really sure the reason behind these buffs. These are definitely the biggest, I think most impactful buffs were on the Warrior here, for sure. Obviously, Awakening Wizard got a buff that Awakening Witch got. Striker, a little bit better, but the problem with Succession Striker is that its AoE is just really narrow. And yeah, it got another frontal guard, which makes it a little bit more potent in PvE, but it was already doing fine in PvE. It needs a little bit more AoE, I think. And then maybe a few more super armors, but like that probably pushes the class over the top too. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows? But yeah, that's the Global Lab patch note rundown for the week, boys. Definitely the biggest things that I like to focus on, or I want to focus on here, the War of the Roses, and then the Guild League improvements, which came through immediately based on feedback from the player base. Definitely means that Perlibus is listening to us more than they ever have before, so that's good. Make sure that you guys, when this goes up on YouTube, make sure you guys let me know in the comments below what you guys actually think about the buffs.